Alright, we're back in the car. I'm guessing this is going to be a recurring theme based off the last videos I posted, which is cool with me. Yeah, it's cool with me. So, I'm deciding what to talk about, whether I go back to the point about doing it, or it's better done than perfect, or just going back to the story about how I started photography. I guess we'll go there. I think we're going to go there. So, I think the last thing I mentioned was having my first lesson in 2019, and then, is that math right? Yeah, 2019. Nah, something's out there. Maybe that was 2018. I think the trip to the Biltmore is 2017, and then, excuse me, and then my first photography lesson was 2018. Yeah, something like that. So after that, we went on a family vacation to the mountains, right? And at the time, I desired a camera. I was already looking into a camera. Well, before we left, I was like, all right, Lord, what kind of camera do I get? And I heard him tell me a Nikon D100. And at the time, I had no clue about any specific types of camera, right? I just heard D100 in my heart. I was like, okay. So I look it up, and it's a Nikon D100. And then I asked my mom, and she asked one of her photographer friends, what's a good camera for a beginner? And that's the one she mentioned. Cool. The family vacation was in a week. No, it had to be less than a week. I think it was less than a week. Maybe like 2 or 3 days. And we went to the pawn shop, and there was a Canon T6, which is also a pretty good camera for beginners, or a DSLR camera for beginners. And my mom was like, either you can wait until we get back from the trip to get the Nikon, or you can get the T6 now. So I was like, I desired a T6 now, or the camera now, so I can practice on the trip. Got the camera, and on the trip, I got to practice some of what I learned in the first lesson, the exposure triangle, which was aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. Cool. So I said by the end of the trip, I had a bunch of pictures. Were many of them good? Nah, there were a few. If I can find them, I may add them to this video. No, I'm not. I'm not adding them to this video because I'm not editing this. This is just getting posted. Yeah, so we'll end that here. And on the next video, we'll talk about something else.